Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. I'm going to title this video, So Many Men Have Made This Mistake with Women. Don't be dumb. Okay. And, this is a video also for us that's involved in this ministry, right? When dealing with these women, okay? When you're dealing with an unruly demon, right? Or, you might have a woman that was cool and then she just turned into a demon, right? Be very careful in these situations, man, because it can spiral out of control with these women. And, you could be hit with a harsh penalty, right, by Esau or some unlucky, misfortunate situation, or you could end up dead, right? This is the wickedness that a lot of these women bring, okay? And a lot of the times, these women will do this type of wickedness, and then they'll just, nothing happens to them. All of the men, got to suffer the consequences, and then nothing will happen to them. They'll just ride off in the sunshine and go do it with the next nigga, right? And they don't feel bad about it either. Trust me, right? They might sit there and cry for a day or two because you ended up going to prison because of some bullshit behind her, or you end up getting put to death behind her. She might cry for a day or two, but really, that was her plan all along. These women are really wicked like that, man. Okay, especially that black woman. All right, brothers, be very careful. Okay, with that nigga woman. All right. Now, I'm not sitting here gonna say all black women are fucked up, right? Because you got some decent ones out there, but there are obvious signs of a what's the word? Wicked black woman, right? Her appearance. If she got that ghetto hoochie mama appearance, stay away from her. If she go to nightclubs and parties and she likes to get on top of the table and twerk, somebody put a camera on her and she does a big ass show twerking, stay away from her. Smoking blunts, blunt after blunt, stay away from her. Okay? If she got that sassy Gabrielle Union, Vivica Fox attitude on her where she think that she's just the bomb.com, stay the fuck away from them type of black woman, man, because them is the type of black woman that'll get you caught up in a situation like this, right? Look, this is a article right here. It says, "See what you made me do." Woman says her boyfriend shot her two brothers dead after they showed up to protect her from him. You see? And this is all her doing, right? This is all her doing. Okay? More than likely, this was a black woman. Okay? Because this type of shit always happens with the black woman. You notice that this shit happens with the black woman more than any other race of women. When do you ever hear this type of shit with the Edomite woman, the Asian woman, right? It's always the nigga woman, okay? And she was probably mouthing off. She was probably bucking up to her boyfriend, right? And this is what these women do. They'll be the aggressors, right? They'll be the aggressors, and then they'll cry wolf, right? And play the innocent card and get everybody to protect them, right? And while she escapes out the back door. Okay? Watch these women, man. This woman got her. This woman ended up getting her two brothers killed because of her fucking nonsense. And she don't give a damn. So her boyfriend is in prison and her two brothers is dead because of her fucking nonsense, man. Her bullshit. Now let's just say that this nigga was crazy, right? Let's just say that he was the aggressor, right? Because that happens. I'm not gonna sit here and, this ain't a hate black woman video. No, a lot of these niggas out here are crazy, and a lot of these niggas out here are unhinged and violent towards women. But it's the fact that she still was fucking with a nigga like that. And then got threw her brothers in the fire with a crazy ass nigga. Right? Trying to prove a point. This is her fault. Okay? This is her fault. She's a demon. It says a Florida woman says her abusive boyfriend gunned down her two brothers after they showed up to her apartment to protect her from him, according to cops. You see, and this is why, okay, this is that Captain Save-A-Hole spirit. This is why you can't be in that spirit in these times, man. All right? Because while you trying to be a Captain Save-A-Hole, right, this is the time we're living in a time of judgment, and it's like 95% of people out here are crash outs, man. So you sitting there trying to save a bitch. It's your girl, whether it's your sister, some random woman in the parking lot. Hey man, you could end up trading your life for hers, man. Right? Behind some bullshit. Right? And you don't even know the full story. I guarantee you, her two brothers ran over there, didn't even get the full story. What, you in trouble? Didn't even get the full story. Didn't ask her no questions. Because I'm pretty sure if they would have asked her a couple more questions and went deep into detail of what the hell she got going on with her so-called abusive boyfriend, I guarantee you they probably would have been like, yeah, nigga, I ain't coming down there. Y'all work that out. Because clearly both of y'all are wrong. You see? But a lot of these men out here got that save-a-hole spirit. When a woman is in trouble, especially the black woman, you niggas try to spring into action and try to go protect her. And she gets your ass put to death. That happened to one nigga that got, let me see if I can find that story. Man gets killed in parking lot trying to help woman. Right? I'm going to put black man because it was a black man. So it was the black woman. The only motherfucker that's getting the black man killed behind this type of bullshit is the black woman. And you got a lot of these black women out here trying to sit there and say that black men are killing black men are killing black women. They're killing black women. When really it's the other way around. You black women are getting men killed. Right? Whether you're intentionally doing it or not. Y'all are the ones getting men killed behind your bullshit. Okay? This is why this is why you shouldn't be in the spirit of trying to save a bitch no more, man. Okay? Remember, it's the time of Jacob's trouble, and it's the time of Micah 7 and 10. A lot of the times, man, you're going to have to let these women suffer they judgment, man. Especially if they was the ones in the wrong. Right? I think, is this it? Let's see. Man, I'm trying to find this story, right? Because it was a story, where this dude was trying to run to the black woman's protection, and he had a family too. This dude tried to run to the black woman's protection in a parking lot, right? You know what I'm saying? He tried to run to the black woman's protection in a parking lot because she was arguing with her boyfriend. This was a random woman. He didn't know her. And he had his family with her, right? He had his family. You know what I'm saying? So he left his family to try to go be a saver hoe. And he didn't know that her boyfriend had a gun on him. And the nigga put the nigga to death, man. All right. You know, he put the nigga to death. Okay. A lot of men have made this mistake, man. Okay. A lot of men have made this mistake. All right. Damn, I can't even find it. But yeah, it was a story that happened a couple years ago, man. Right. You know, it's all good. But there's plenty of stories like that, man. All right. Plenty of stories like that. Let me get a scripture real quick. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. Right. And this is going back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Always remember, okay, Genesis, the 3rd chapter when dealing with these women. All right. Primarily the black woman. Okay. Eve was a black woman. Okay. Genesis, the 3rd chapter is there to teach us men that women are weak for their flesh and they will give in to any influence in anything Satan whispers in their head. All right. You know, women are very susceptible to that deception, man. And a lot of the times that deception that Satan be whispering in their head is for them to go against you. Okay. The beginning of sin, when she started listening to that serpent, it says, and through her, we all die. Everybody dead. Right. Because of this black ass woman. Okay. Hyping stories up. Right. Getting men killed. Right. For her own greedy ego. And she don't give a damn. You think she give a damn that her 2 brothers are dead? She don't care because the fact that she called them to come protect her in the first place, knowing that her boyfriend is probably a lunatic with a gun on him. Why didn't you call the police? That's what a lot of you nigga women like to do anyway. Why didn't you call the police? Why would you put your brothers in a position, right, with your so-called crazy boyfriend, and you know he got a gun on him, you know this, and you gonna call your 2 brothers over there. And you know that nigga, you know he's a crash out. And the nigga, she know all of this, man. She don't care. She loves drama. The N-Dub loves drama, man. Okay? Many men have made this mistake, man. All right? It says the girlfriend stated that her brothers came over to look after her due to a previous history of domestic violence. Right. So a previous history of domestic violence, right? Okay. So, you know, why didn't she call the police? Or why didn't she get away from them? If there's a previous history of domestic violence, why is she still running back to the nigga, man? See, something like that, I would have, me knowing that, right? I would have been like, okay, yeah, you might be on your own. Or I would have told her, yeah, call the police. I'm not coming over there. I ain't coming over there to come bail you out. You know what I mean? Because if he's if he's always abusing you, then that means that, it's a reoccurrent situation and you keep going back. See? But her brothers, you could tell these niggas was probably emotional, man. Not my sister, my sister. These niggas was emotional. You cannot be emotional with these women, man. And then another thing, hey, brothers, you do your own business, but it's not wise to really be putting your hands on these women right now because Esau, you know how Esau is, man. And that's another thing that to get you caught up on some crazy bullshit, right? Because let's say, for instance, a situation like this could flip. He was putting his hands on her, so-called, or women be lying about that type of shit too. They be beating up on the man, right? And then as soon as the man kind of push her away to defend himself, you know what I mean? She'll call everybody, her daddy, her brothers, her uncles, right? And then them niggas come over and put her boyfriend to death, right? If you dealing with a crazy ass woman, first and foremost, if you dealing with a woman that's crazy enough to buck up at you and want to put her hands on you and want to punch on you, right? And ain't afraid to get physical with you, you need to get the fuck away from that woman, man. Because she's going to get you caught up in some serious bullshit, man. Either somebody going to go to jail or somebody going to be dead, man. All right? Fucking around with these women. Okay? All right? Let's keep reading. It says Carter is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for killing the 2 men after a scuffle broke out between them on Saturday, May 2nd, at his girlfriend's Miami residence in the 5300 block of Northwest 17th Avenue, according to the affidavit. All right. Let's see. The city of Miami Police Department says it responded to a call about shots being fired at the apartment and found the Pierre brothers both bleeding out inside after getting blasted by Carter. So she done got her 2 brothers killed, man, because of her bullshit. Right? She the one that keep going back to the so-called crazy nigga. Right? But her brothers, they made the mistake of being emotional. They should have known. Like, you know what? She always doing that. Call the police, sis. Because I'm not coming over there and risking my life with that crazy nigga. You see? But a lot of these men don't have no wisdom. And this is what's going to get a lot of you niggas killed out here, man. Running behind the black woman trying to protect her. Right? You niggas, hey, it's going to be some of you dumbass niggas that's going to try this shit in all out Jacob's trouble. Still trying to be a saver hoe in the time of famine. In the time of martial law. No, don't put your hands on no woman. They're going to put a fucking bullet in your dumb ass head, man. Okay? Hey, these women deserve the judgment that's coming upon them. Stop trying to save them, man. Stop trying to save them and stop putting yourself, all right, in the midst of their chaos because you trying to get some good pussy. All right? Because that's really what it be. Jake could deal with a crazy ass insane woman, right? Because she getting some pussy, man. It ain't worth it, bro. Okay? It ain't fucking worth it. All right? If it gets to a point with the bitch to where you got to put your hands on her or y'all arguing to the point to where it's like, you feel that rage where it's like, I'm about to knock this bitch the fuck out. She talking too much. It's time to get away from her, man. It's time to detach yourself from her, man, because, hey, that's a situation that could go bad in Babylon, man. All right? Somebody can end up dead or in prison, man. All right? Okay? And she don't give a damn. She don't care. She gonna run off with the next nigga 3 months later. She don't give a fuck, man. Trust me, she don't care. Okay, these nigga women are out of their fucking mind. This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, right? Traps. This is how these women trap you. She trapped her 2 brothers with that bullshit. Oh, yeah, just come over and come beat this nigga up. This nigga done did it again. You know what I'm saying? That's a trap. See, if them niggas had any common sense, they should have been like, okay, well, you know what? They should have asked her some questions like, okay, what happened? Who said what? All right, what's going on? Put him on the phone. Let me talk to him real quick. You know what I mean? Because you can't always listen to these women's point of view, man, on that saver hoe shit. You can't just keep listening to these women's point of view and only take her word. Women are liars, man. Women are habitual liars, bro. I'm going to read it again. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. You see that? If somebody's heart is snares and nets, Don't you think that lying and deception is a part of that? You see? Don't you think that that's a part of that, man? These women are liars, bro. Right? Her brother should have been smart. Okay, let me talk to your boyfriend. Put him on the phone. Right? Or you know what? I'm just going to stay out of it. Call the police, sis. Call the police and call me back and let me know what happened, man. Right? But nope. They took their emotional ass over there knowing that she got a mouth on her because they know they sister. Right? You should know your sister. They know how their sister is. They know she probably got a mouth on her. They know she masculine. Right? She wasn't no angel because look at the nigga she was fucking with. You think she was just some angel that just ended up in a goddamn a terrible predicament? How could this happen to me? That's how these women like to frame it. I was doing everything right, and he just came in the house and punched me in my face for nothing. Oh, but you wasn't talking shit to him for the last 45 minutes. You wasn't. He didn't go inside of your phone and find out you was committing adultery. None of that happened, huh? According to her story, that's why you can't just listen to these women and just run your ass over there, okay, and try to go protect them. Because women are liars, man. Straight up. It says, in her hands as bands, whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Let me go back to that, right? Let me go back to that, man. All right, man. Where's it at? Okay, yeah. Right. They were taken. These men were taken by their sister's nonsense. They're sinners. That was the Lord's judgment. The Lord judged them through their own sister. Right? Got them put to death by her lunatic boyfriend. You see? This is 1 Peter 3:7. It says, likewise, ye husbands, right? Dwell with them according to knowledge. Dwell with these women circumspect. All right, brothers out there. Okay. Dwell with these women circumspect, man. All right. If it gets to a point to where it gets out of control and you even feel like I want to put my hands on her or she's put her hands on you, it's time to get rid of that bitch, man. Okay. Stop thinking that shit is going to change. A lot of you, hey, I'm just going to say it. Some of you brothers out there is weak as hell. Okay. To keep putting up with that. That's some weak ass shit. No, man, I mean, she punched me in my face, but you know, man, she gonna change, man. I mean, I love her, man. I have my mistakes, man. You trying to blame yourself. That's some weak ass shit, though, bro. And that's not dwelling with these women according to knowledge, man. Okay? All right? Let me get this real quick. Okay? Give her a bill of divorce. If it gets to that point, man, to where you're enraged because of her nonsense, all right, it's time for that bitch to go, man. All right? Ecclesiasticus 25:26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, meaning that she's defiant, she's rebellious, right? It's gotten physical. It's gotten violent, right? Cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. You cannot be afraid to let these women go, man. Stop trying to be a nice guy. Cut that shit out, man. With these unruly, violent, demonic women. These women that get your ass caught up, man. You're better off not having no woman if that's the case, man. Okay? Than to keep dealing with a fucking demon that don't give a fuck about her life or yours. Then got her boyfriend in prison for the rest of his life and got her 2 brothers killed. If I was her father, I'd spit in her fucking face and tell her, I don't ever want to see you again. You done got my 2 sons killed, bitch. I would tell my daughter that. I wouldn't give a fuck. All right? Because she wicked. Okay? Why you keep going? You know, everything about it is just wicked. Why you keep going back to this nigga if you know he crazy? Right? Why you ain't call the police? Why you call your 2 brothers over there knowing that he got a gun and knowing that he'll do something? You throw your 2 brothers, your blood brothers in the mix, right? For your own ego. They don't care. Okay? She don't give a damn. She on the phone right after she got on the phone with her homegirls. Girl, you know what just happened? This nigga just killed. He just killed them. And her homegirls, they gonna talk about that for 2 weeks. And guess what they gonna do? After them 2 weeks, they gonna try to cheer. She gonna cheer herself up by going to the club and going to go look for another nigga, man. Oh, well, don't even worry about that nigga. That's why you just need a better nigga. Get a nigga with money. He didn't have no money. That's why he was doing that. And your brothers, they God bless their heart. They good men. They in heaven. They want you to get with a better man. They wicked, man. Okay? Dwell with them according to knowledge, man. And stay away from that unruly ghetto black woman, man. Okay? Take heed, man, for real. Take heed, man. You will get fucked up behind her. It says, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. Yeah, they got Satan all in their head. Okay? These women are highly susceptible to Satan. Genesis, the 3rd chapter. What more proof do you need? It says, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. And for you women out there that know the truth, okay, you better not become no woman like this. All right? Even you got to learn to walk away. Right? Shouldn't no woman in the truth, right, be coming at her man hella sideways to the point to where shit get violent. You going off. All right? And y'all better cut that shit out, or Yahweh Shem Yahushai gonna judge y'all ass, man. Okay? The title of this lesson, many men have made this mistake with women. Don't be dumb. All right? Don't let these women get you involved in no violent, crazy shit to where you want to put your hands on her. Walk away. Get out of there. And do not listen to a woman cry wolf about some other nigga and she telling you to come do something about it. You don't know if that nigga got a gun on him. You don't know if his homies got guns. He could be a crash out. You don't know. Okay? Don't just trust these women, man. It could cost you your life, man. Okay? So with that, I'll go ahead and give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai once again. Shalom. Shalom.